Hey everyone, welcome. My name's Melinda and I'm with Creative Collections. Hello and welcome. Oh, sorry I had to rush. I had a dentist appointment after work and so I just got home and so I was been running around trying to get everything ready to do this really cute project that you're all going to want to recreate yourselves. Okay, so if you're wondering, well, what is she going to do tonight? Well, what if I said I'm going to take a board and I'm going to take a Dollar Tree strainer and a board and we're going to make a really cute spring project that anybody can do, okay? So as you're hopping on, be sure to say hello. Remember, if you're the first to comment, you get automatically entered into the drawing for Thursday. Hello, Connie. You're the first to comment. So you get an entry. Now that starts my timer for tonight. So let me go ahead and get that going. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Michelle. Hello, everyone. Okay. Whew. As I'm a little bit discombobulated. So bear with me, okay? Hi, Teresa. So we have our board. Gosh, that seems like it's so far. Hold on. Let me zoom in just a hair. How's that? And then let me fix the camera. I don't know about y'all, but like when I watch tutorials on YouTube and stuff, I'm like, okay, fix that camera. Hi, Tamisha. Hey, Bella. Happy Tuesday. Yes. Okay. So we're taking a board and we're taking some Dixie Belle paint. This is burlap, so I'm going to paint this. I'm just going to stir this up. This has been... We're going to paint our board. Okay. Just going to stack up my dirty dishes right there. Yes, happy Tuesday. And then we are going to paint our board. We're going to use a transfer, but the whole idea is that you should be able to take any background transfer. Not raining tonight yet. Well, that's good. You should be able to take any background transfer and use it. So if you don't have the transfer I'm using, you can take any one that you have and it would work. Okay. So, oh, isn't that beautiful? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful burlap color. Yeah, I had to book it to my dentist appointment, which is at 5. And then, of course, one of our main roads was blocked with traffic. I got there in enough time, but I hate feeling so rushed. And my hygienist, she's so funny. I've been seeing her for like years, right? And she was like, oh, you're going to go, is somebody home to make dinner for you? And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, so do you have something easy planned? I'm like, no. No notifications of the live tonight. You know, that's Facebook. I think Facebook is getting ready for a major change on people that go live and stuff. That's why I'm kind of glad that I have another, okay, I think I just ruined my sweater because this is paint. We'll see. The change in the air pressure makes your head hurt. Yeah. You got the notification? So, well, Tamisha, you're on YouTube right now. Did you get it on Facebook or YouTube? Okay. I was contemplating whether or not to crackle this, but I don't think we're going to. Okay. Hey, honey. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and dry that. You got it on Facebook? Yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. Facebook has not been kind lately. You got a YouTube notification, but not Facebook. Huh. I don't know. Well, just remember that I go live 6:30 Pacific Standard Time almost every night. I will not be live tomorrow night. I'm going to my son's house for dinner. So there won't be a live tomorrow night, but I will be back on Thursday. Have to, because we're going to do the drawing. Okay, that's a really pretty color. And then I think, yep, we're going to use camel paste. Teresa got one on Facebook. So everyone, do me a favor. Type in !notify if you're on Facebook. I just think that Facebook is doing some kind of crazy update. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do 2 coats. Because see, like here, I can see streaks. And I don't like streaks when I paint. Food. Be like, #food. Yeah, so anyway, she was like, are you going to cook dinner? And I'm like, no, I don't have anybody to cook for me. And she was like, oh, what were you thinking? You have a dentist appointment. I said, oh, I'm used to it because I don't cook anything until I get done with my live. And she goes, your life? And I said, no, my live. And so we got into a big conversation about what I do on the side thing. And she was like, well, how cool is that? So and she's like, well, you plan a different project almost every night? And I said, almost. And then I was honest with her and I told her, and sometimes I don't plan anything or know what I'm doing 10 minutes prior to what I'm doing. Okay, I'm glad I did a second coat. Normally I would only do 1, but This is going to be a really cute project. Oh, timer! Deborah! Woohoo! Okay. Okay. Maybe she will. She said that, you know, she's on YouTube. She has a YouTube account, let's put it that way. So I gave her my channel and we'll see. Oh, you know what? Look at that. I just messed it up. That's okay. I kind of like that. I'll sand it down. Facebook has captioning. Well, so does YouTube. Let me pull out my little sander. Oh, what did I do? Here it is. And some sanding. There we go. Because I messed it up right there, so it's really rough. Everybody have a good Tuesday. Well, I have it turned on to have captioning, so when it's replayed or whatever, it will have captioning. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I watch videos, especially like craft videos, and if I'm on like a 15-minute break at work, and I don't want the sound up, so I will only, you know, like pretty much only watch videos that has the captioning to see what people are saying, and then I fast forward through the project to kind of see what are they doing. Okay. So we're gonna put a 320 sanding block because I just want to smooth that out because I messed it up. So I just want to sand it smooth because we're going to put a transfer down. So I'm sorry, I'm sanding. So if you do not like the sound of sanding, go ahead and mute. So the secret to really good chalking is you want your surface, especially if it's wood, to be as smooth as possible. Worked. What worked? Oh, you worked. Oh, yes. See how that's nice and smooth? So let me clean up my mess I got going on here. Paint and all. That's what a glass mat's for. Man, it's the best thing ever. Okay. So we're gonna wax. Wax on, wax off. Yeah, my son invited myself and my daughter and her family over to their house for dinner to show off their house, because I guess my daughter was like complaining that he moved out and didn't tell us his address and all that good stuff. So okay. So this is the transfer we're using. It's our big D size transfer. We're going to use, it's got that cute little bows, but we're going to use this transfer here with the roses and stuff. It's vintage. So that's the one we're using. With camel. So yeah, I was like, and so then I told him, I asked him, I said, well, are you going to come and let the dogs out? Because if not, then I have to come all the way home to let the dogs out. And I may not want to go back out. He's like, yeah, I'll come and let the dogs out. Okay. I have camel. And I think it's dark enough. We're going to try it. Let's look at a little piece of it. Perfect. Okay. And my internet went out last night. Oh my gosh, it was a long night. I was like, when it went out, it was probably about 9 o'clock. I'm like, well, at least I got my live done before it went out. Okay. Scrape off the excess. And then we're going to lift. Isn't that pretty? He lives close by my work. He lives probably about maybe 20 minutes from me. Sing Who Let the Dogs Out. Woo, woo. I can't. I'll get banned. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that tone on tone. I mean, that's camel that we used. So it looks very suede-ish. Nope, I used camel. Okay, so let's go ahead and line this one up. I'm not too worried about lining it up perfectly. because what we're going to put down is going to cover a lot of it. I feel like my paste is really thick. Okay. There we go. And then I need to just do that side. Yeah, it feels like it, but it doesn't look thick. And I'm at the bottom. See, like I'm at the bottom, so I'm not going to thin it out. Isn't that pretty? Hump day. Better than thin paste. Well, yeah, you don't want it too thin, you don't want it too thick. You want it sour cream, yogurt consistency. That's exactly what you want it to be. Okay. So I'm going to kind of just line it up. Line it up just like that. Let's see if I can do this one real quick. Then we'll dry it. Oh yeah, see, it's pretty. That's okay. I think it'll be fine. Let me grab a towel. Your transfer will tell you when it needs to be clean, when you can't put any more paste down. Hey, Susan. So this is gonna go in the house and get cleaned by the professional, which is me, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside. That I think it'll be okay because there's like an empty spot here. It'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Now, we're gonna take this Dollar Tree, look, just to prove to you it was Dollar Tree, $1.25. And we are going to do something. We're going to do something. We're going to rest it up. They're shop towels, Susan. They are 90, I want to say 98 or 99% lint free. My husband, when he was stateside, brought some home and I tried them and I fell in love with them. If you join my VIP group, I have a link in there of what they are, and you can order them on Amazon. But they come in like a great big roll, and it'll last you for a long time. But what I love is that I clean with them. They're reusable. I mean, provided, they don't get like too yucky. And, okay, so we're going to use some antique wax. I mean, you can use whatever you have. I'm using what I got. I'm using what works for me. Okay? And like I said, I'm just going to use the exact same paintbrush. And this might take a couple of coats. And that's okay. And we'll dry in between. You think you need them in your life? I don't know what I would do without them in my life. I keep a roll out here. I have a roll in my kitchen because when I wash my transfers, I lay them out on the paper towel to dry. And if I want to dry them right away, I can turn them over and be able to dry them. But like I said, they're lint free, so the stickiness, I'm not putting lint on them after I've cleaned them. Timer! Deborah, tonight is your lucky night. Woohoo! Okay. Oh! No! Ooh. Disaster averted. Okay. I'm painting a strainer from Dollar Tree. Good night, Hannah. It's a strainer from the Dollar Tree. Oh, I need to turn on my glue gun. Hey, I need somebody to help me remember to turn my glue gun off at night. My son came over to let the dogs out. I'm like, can you check and see if I left the glue gun on? And he texted back and he was like, you sure did. I'm like, I knew I did. I knew I did. But it was a little too late because I was already at work. So I'm just kind of giving this strainer a little color. We're going to put some rust into it. Y'all know how we do that. Good old cinnamon. Y'all are going to be like, what is she doing? I'm just putting a little bit of color on here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Because I didn't have time to like rust it up the natural way. So I'm just making a mess is what I'm doing. So your light turns everything off. I wish mine did. I'm taking some Mod Podge, and I'm going to take some cinnamon. And, oh, that smells good. Let's mix it up. Remember, Mod Podge dries clear. Cinnamon will maintain its color. Well, I have it connected. I mean, it is connected kind of to like, I mean, here's the thing. So I have, it's connected to my workbench, to my table, the power strip, and there's a button, and I could just easily turn that off, but I forget. Yeah, you could spray paint it. But I didn't. And I don't even know if this is going to work, to be honest with you. I want it to be very dry. Ooh, that's hot, because that's metal. That's hot. Okay. I'm not too terribly worried about the inside as much as I am. Yeah, you know, I forget. Not all the time, but once in a while. Three is your number for everything. So let's go ahead and give that a good rust color. Mod Podge is my best friend. Okay. So we're gonna dry this really good. And then we're gonna put this project together. Okay. Let me clean this up a little bit. Timer. There goes Deborah again. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use a zip tie, I think. Ta-da! Aren't you guys impressed? It is, and it still dries. The cinnamon holds its shape, okay? So y'all should be impressed. That took a lot of thinking to do. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to take some of this wood. I don't know what you want to call it. Anyways, so I have this bird's nest, okay? And we are going to put a bird's nest on it. But let me grab an easel real quick because I need it to stand up while I do this. Okay. There we go. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt just to put some I don't think my glue gun's working. Remember last night I told you that it didn't feel hot? And I had it on. Well, it's the same thing. It doesn't feel hot. Okay. So I had this bird's nest out in a cage for like a decor item on the patio. And I was like, oh, you know what? I was going to throw it away. And I was like, no, we're going to repurpose it. And it's got eggs in it and everything. So why not? So that way it is going to, it's a glass mat. Susan, you get it on Amazon, which is a nice craft room addition if you're a messy crafter like me. Tamisha says to wash my hands. I know, look at that. Gross, right? I'll wash my hands in just a moment. So we're just going to put some of this grass stuff, wood shavings around it, just so that way it looks like the bird made a nest. Oh, it was a clapping hand, not washing hand. I'm like, dang, Tamisha's bowl told me to wash my hands, but okay, I will. I know, they get dirty, right? Okay. So now we're going to make a bow. But let me clean up this shavings real quick. And we're going to make a messy bow, like a real stringy, messy bow. Okay. So I'm just going to grab some scissors and I'm going to just cut off some of this ribbon that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to use some, get some creams. Let's see. Okay, and then I have some raffia and I have some lace. Okay. never have enough room. Okay. What do I do with all the finished projects? Good question. Everything is for sale. However, I haven't listed anything, and I just pretty much like put it all into a container, and then yeah, and that's what happens. So I'm just going to make bows, but I want long. I'm not going to trim any of the bow things down. I do have birds. Ta-da! That's why I wanted to get some. I have little white birds. That we're going to put on there. It's not the color I wanted, but I thought, well, you know what? I could paint those birdies. I could paint them. So we're just putting now, to answer your question, Susan, I used to do a Watts of Love auction in my VIP group, and I kind of got out of that. So and then I do a craft fair once in a while. I did one in November. Was it November? I think it was, with Tamisha. And so I sell a lot of stuff that way. I was supposed to do one in March, and time got away from me, so I gave my booth away to someone. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty good. And then I wanted to, hold on, what did I do with it? I know I pulled it. What did I do with the wire? Hold on. Oh. I'm like, I know I pulled the wire for this project. And then sometimes I fall in love with what I make, and so I end up keeping it. Go figure, right? Come on. You know, if they're going to sell rusted wire, make it easy. Make it easy to get tetanus. Oh, that would be cute. I wasn't going to add anything. I wasn't going to add any kind of saying or anything to it. But we're not done. I know, because it's so cute, right, Deborah? Well, and then a lot of the times I find that people don't want to pay for what you think, that you put a value on because, oh, well, it's handcrafted or blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? A lot of stuff, go in the store and pay for it full price. So I was watching a video today, and it was about with card making. And I guess, okay. So we have that. And then I'm trying to think, I'm going to add some of this raffia in. Whoops. That's never something y'all want to hear is, whoops. We'll trim that down. Okay. So I'm going to grab a zip tie. Before I lift it, try to get it as centered as possible because none of this is wired. Okay. What do you think of my bow? Yeah. And I mean, I don't think I overprice my stuff. I'm just happy if I ever get back the surface cost. But a lot of times I try to see. We're going to paint that. I'm going to paint it. I'm just going to, I don't even want to dirty up another brush. So look what I'm going to do. Yep, I do not want to dirty a brush. And that's okay. You love my bow, my messy bow. Oh, you think a star? Well, so y'all can see. So it's going to hang, I'm thinking I'm going to leave. We're going to do the heart. And we're just going to do it just like that. Just like that. Now I have my bird. I only want one bird. I can't take this into the house. Y'all know what happens when I put birds in the house. Can y'all see that? I'm kind of like in the corner. There. Y'all can see what I'm doing over here. Night, Deborah. Okay. I'm almost done. Oops. That almost fell. The bird wanted to fall. Playtime. Yep. That's how my dogs are. They're like, ooh, is it time to play? So River is my little dog. She's the baby, you know, like, well, she used to be a baby, but she's getting up there in age, and we're going through some medical stuff with her. And so we're trying an antibiotic just to kind of see if she has like a UTI of some sort, because she's getting where she is piddling everywhere. I mean, and so they think that maybe if it's not a UTI, that maybe she's incontinent. But they said there's medicine for it, because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to put her down, because I cannot go through this. And anyways, the point is, oh, so I put her in diapers at night. So that way she's not piddling all over my floor. And so I'll put a diaper on her, and she gets so funny, and then she wants to play and play chase on the bed and everything. I do have some. Cinnamon mixture. Clump it up. Let's try it and see what it looks like. And buy your cinnamon at the Dollar Tree. That's your cheapest place to buy it. Because don't spend a fortune on cinnamon that you're going to just put on a craft project, right? Okay. Let's see. I think that's exactly what I had envisioned. Okay. So we're going to set it down so y'all can see. Do you see how it, with the bow and everything? Now I'm going to turn my camera. Hi, everybody. And so that is our project for tonight. So we have the cute little bird with the eggs hanging in a basket. And of course, I'm going to have to trim a lot of this stuff down. And like I would be hanging this. So if I'm going to be hanging this, I'm going to make sure that my ribbon is not longer than my project. So like that. So what do y'all think? I absolutely love it. So now you know what to do with all of the background transfers. You can make really cute little spring projects. I love it. Absolutely love it. And you could even just keep it on a easel. Turn the glue gun off. Thank you. Thanks, Susan. I love it. I think it turned out cute. It's very cheap to make. I used pretty much everything I already had. So I only had to go spend $1.25 for the strainer. And trust me, not all strainers are equal. I'm telling you that. So I will be back Thursday. I will not be live tomorrow. I'm going to go to my son's house for dinner. But I will be back on Thursday with another inspirational project that you can make on a budget. Yeah, any budget. Okay, with that, I will see you all on Thursday. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Good night.